probably the first step you're going to have with your web site design in Photoshop. So remember, we're creating this in Photoshop because if we have a client that we're working with, we just want to give them a rough design of what their website will look like page by page, okay? So I obviously have one file open, so I would start with the home page, and I would make a new file for the second, a new file for the third, so on and so on. Now, the first thing, like I said, you're probably going to want to do is change the background color. Unlike Illustrator, and if you're like, what are you talking about? Some of you have taken Illustrator, graphic design before, so you may be familiar with Illustrator. You can use the shape tool to make a rectangle, but you don't have to do that with this. You can actually add a fill to the background, which is really nice. So how you do that is you need to go to your layers panel. So what the layers panel looks like on the right-hand side is two like papers stacked on top of each other or layered, hence why it's called layers. So if you click that, you'll notice that your background is locked. So we can't move it. So if I go to my move tool, like it doesn't work, okay? I'd have to, what it says, it's saying you currently selected a background layer, you can't move it, but I can convert it to a normal layer. You could push that, or you can double click on the layer and this will pop up. I'm not actually gonna do it. I'm just gonna show you. And you can push OK and it'll unlock the layer, okay? Actually, I'm gonna show you what it does. I'm gonna say OK. And you can actually add a new layer. See how that has a checkered box? That means it's see-through, it's clear. And then I could get rid of this layer by clicking on it and pushing the trash can. Let's say yes. Now, I'm gonna undo all of that. I'm just pushing Control-Z because I'm gonna show you how to make a color fill. So your background is selected. So it's got this grayed out. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna click this circle that's half gray, half like a dark gray. And when I click that, the first three options are to change the background color. So my first color, solid color, okay. Realize this color is gonna match up with this color here. I can then change the color to anything I want, okay. I can push okay. Now let's say I like this color and then I'm like, you know what, I don't like it. All you're gonna do is come over here and double click on the color and you can change it. Press OK, and then it changes. What you don't want to do is continue to add a layer, that's what this plus does, and then add a fill to it because you're just having like colors over colors. You don't need that, so I'm gonna delete that one. Yes. The other thing you can do is when you're on a color fill, let's say you want a gradient instead, you can go back to, okay, this new fill, go to gradient, and then what it will do, okay, and we've adjusted a little bit, is it takes your background color that you already have, okay, you see this? See how this is checkered right here? So it's going to take the color of your background and it's going to go over top of it. So I have this blue gradient. The reason I have that is because this blue is right here. Okay, you can change this. Let's do greens. Okay, so click this one. Okay, now you'll notice that that goes right over top. Okay, see how this with blues one, this has, again, it's just that that's just the background color shows through. Okay, these ones, the background color doesn't show through. So you can use these, okay, if you want. So let's just do this one real quick. Okay, and I'll push. Okay. If you want to change up how this looks, I just double clicked right on my gradient. I can change the angle since it's linear. Okay. I can make it radial, so it comes from the middle. Change that up. Oh, excuse me. I could have it diamond shaped. I can do anything I wanted. Make it linear. And press OK. Now, the other good thing is you could use your gradient tool over here. Oh, excuse me. And you can also change it up if you know in your control panel as well. Okay. Let's say you want a different color. So I'm going to double click this color right here and I'm going to change it to red. Yeah. Press OK. I could double click. Aha. And now you see the basics has turned to red. Okay, that's because I just double clicked on this front color right here. So I'm just going to push OK. Okay, and that front color, you'll notice, okay, this is my background color I have for my fill. Set background color. Okay, set foreground color. All that means is foreground is just laying over top. Okay, so that is how you change the background of your artboard or canvas, whichever one you want to refer to it as.